Alright guys, we are back for more of my 2025 Thanksgiving special. We just played some Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games Tokyo 2020 for the Nintendo Switch, and that was a whole lot of fun. But before we get started with our next segment, I picked up two special guests during the break, and those are Mark Liotta and Noah Longmire. So anyways, for our next segment, we are going to be playing Mario Party Superstars for the Nintendo Switch. So let's see how we do. Alright, so even though I got some special guests with me for the segment, it's just going to be an offline game that we're going to be doing here. But nonetheless, though, let's hope we can pull off a win. Alright, let's go and jump right into Mario Party. Of course, play as Mario. Alright, let's see which computer players we're going to be taking on this game. Alright, we're facing against Donkey Kong, Peach, and Wario. Alright, so we'll put the computer players on normal difficulty. Alright, what do you guys think? What board should we play on here for the segment?
Let's see. I would say maybe Peach's birthday cake.
Sure, we can go with that. It's not necessarily a bad choice right here, basically, because it kind of fits in pretty well right here for Thanksgiving coming up right here, even though it doesn't really necessarily have anything to do with birthdays, but we can still do this one. Alright, so we will do 20 turns. We'll have bonus stars on and no handicap. And like always, all types of mini games. Alright, let's do this. Alright, let's see who's going first. And looks like I'm going second. Not only that, I've literally seen that the opponents that they rolled right here, along with me, all got the highest possible numbers. That's pretty crazy right here, if you ask me. Alright, anyways, like always on this board, the star does appear right over there. Alright, let's get this party started. By the way, Donkey Kong is first, then me, then Peach, then Wario. Before I do forget on that. And anyways, Donkey Kong starts off with an 8. He's starting off with an event space, and he's going to put a small parole player right there. Alright, now it's my turn. Alright, we get a 10 right there on our first roll.
8.
Alright, let's see what we get on the lucky space. 7 coins. Alright, heading to Peach. 8. And she's already gonna lose some of her coins to Donkey Kong. And Donkey Kong's already lucky that that Piranha Plant can steal coins one more time. And Wario gets a 1. And looks like he's going to be getting double dice. Alright, let's see what our first minigame is. We're starting off with a 4-player minigame. Crazy Cotters. Alright, here we go. I think I kind of messed that up a little in the end. So I'm not really too sure about this. Okay, we still won with 85. My score could have possibly been better if I didn't mess up a little bit in the end. But what's really important is that we did get that win. Alright, now moving on to turn 2. Alright, so Donkey Kong gets a 7. Alright, let's see what we get now. A 9! Alright. And it looks like another lucky space for us. Alright, this time we get a mushroom. So after the first couple of turns right here for us, we've been having very good luck on our dice rolls. We'll see if we can possibly keep that up. Alright, so Peach is going to put a small Piranha Plant right there. Back to Wario. A 9. So he gets that lucky space over there. And he's gonna get 10 coins. Alright, another 4-player minigame for this one. Book Squirm, alright. This is definitely one of my personal favorites that I really do like from Mario Party 4. So I think I'm feeling very confident that we can have a good shot of this. Alright, looks like it's just me and Wario left. Got it! Simple as that. Alright, now on to turn 3. And it's a 3 for Donkey Kong this time. Okay, so we'll go ahead and use our mushroom right here so we can guarantee that star on this turn. Alright, 4, and we have 5 from the mushroom for a total of 9. Alright, so we're going to be getting the first start of the game right here, and we're definitely off to a very good start. Oh, we're going down the slide! That does help a little bit. Alright, Peach gets Nate. Alright, Wario's using his double dice. 6 and 9 for a total of 15. So looks like Wario's going to be getting a star too. Okay. Looks like we're doing a 1 versus 3 minigame this time. And what are we playing? Pogo Go Go. And I'm the solo player for this as well. Alright, let's see what happens. Alright, we got Peach out, and same with Donkey Kong. Let's try to get Wario out too if we can. Alright, we win! That is how I roll. Alright, let's keep it going as we head to turn 4. 2 for Donkey Kong. Let's see what he gets on this lucky space. Custom dice block. I have 3. We're also going to get a 10 coin bonus from Koopa. Alright, it's a 9 for Peach, but she does not have enough coins to buy a star. You failed.
Sorry, you don't have enough money to buy a vowel.
Of course, if it's obvious to you guys, Mark is doing a Wheel of Fortune reference. Alright, 5 for Wario. We're doing a 4-player minigame here. Coney Island. This is another fun minigame I really do like. Alright, you guys ready to catch some ice cream?
What was that?
You guys ready to catch some ice cream?
Yeah.
We're doing pretty good out there so far. I think we'll have a nice chance to win this right here from what I can see. Alright, time's up. And we got it! I think from what I was seeing right there, Donkey Kong didn't even catch 1 scoop. That very much sucks for him there. Alright, now on to turn 5. Donkey Kong gets a 5, and now he's getting on the board with a star. And by the way, speaking of Wheel of Fortune, as of the time that I am recording this, there's actually a really cool tournament of that show right here that is going on right now. And Mark, tell everyone a little bit about that.
Okay, so it's basically it's basically being sponsored by DraftKings. It's kind of like what they did for the Friday finals, like during the late 90s, where the top 3 scorers for the week come back to play in the championship on the Friday.
Yeah, that definitely does sound very, very nice, and I actually just recently watched one of those episodes, believe it or not, right here, and I do say that was really good. And by the way, while we were talking about that, we unfortunately lost some coins earlier to the Piranha Plant. Looks like Peach just landed on an event space, but she doesn't even have a single coin that she can use to put a Piranha Plant right there, so there's nothing she can do about that. And Wario just lost some coins there on the red space. And it's time for a bonus mini game, or as Mark likes to call it, a daily double. Alright, 2 versus 2.
Answer, daily double.
Alright, we're playing Dungeon Duos, and I'm pairing up with Donkey Kong. Oh, shoot, I hit the wrong button by accident. I did not mean to jump. So with that DraftKings tournament that's going on right now in Wheel of Fortune, for what we previously talked about right here, the cool thing about that kind of tournament and those games they're doing for it is because it's basically they have some exclusive wedges for that, where basically if you guess the correct letter in the puzzle right here, you can basically flip it over to see how much the multiplier is. I really do like that. Alright, let's go to the pipes. And no way we're beating my record right there, but that's okay. I just got pumped that balloon full of air. And we got it!
Nice.
That was awesome. And we're at 64 coins right now. Okay, let's keep it going. Alright, a 7 for Donkey Kong this time. And he gets 7 coins there on that lucky space. Alright, back over to me. Alright, 8. Alright, it's a 1 for Peach, but she didn't have any money to lose there on that red space, so she's safe on that. Alright, 3 for Wario. Alright, time for him to do the flower lottery. And Wario is going to see Bowser. but he didn't have any money to lose on that red space as well. Alright, now time for a 2 versus 2 mini game. Catapult! Alright, pairing up with Donkey Kong for this. Let's hope we can try to get a nice amount of money. We got 19 coins right there. We only missed one, but that was still very good. Alright, let's see what happens down turn 7. Alright, it's gonna be a 3 for Donkey Kong. So let's see what happens with him on the Flower Lottery. Oh, he's seen Bowser too. Alright, let's see what I get now. A 3. Alright, Peach gets a 1. And now it's chance time!
Here we go.
Alright, let's hope we don't get screwed over here, but let's see what happens. Alright, it involves Peach, and it also involves me. Oh, Peach has to give 30 coins to me, but she only has 13, so that's all we get.
That's fine.
At least it was still something very good for us.
Oh yeah.
Alright, 5 for Wario. It's time for him to see Bowser. Looks like he has to hand over all his coins to Bowser for what he has. Alright, 1 versus 3 this time. Spotlight Swim. And we have Peach and Wario as our teammates. Alright, here we go. Oh, we almost had it. Alright, 5 seconds. Can we do it? Nope. Donkey Kong wins. But that's okay. We still tried our best. Alright, now let's see what happens on the next turn. Okay, Donkey Kong's bringing out his custom dice block. He's going with the 3, yep. Are you kidding me? We end up with a 1. But we do get a lucky space, and we do get a mushroom. Yeah, that's still nothing to be upset about. Alright, Peach gets a 2, and she just landed on the Bowser space. She has to get 15 coins to Bowser, but she has no money right here, so she's safe. So literally need that Bowser space was just a complete waste of time right there. Wario gets the 4, and he's landing on a Bowser space as well.
Oh boy, everybody's getting it.
Those were only the first 2 Bowser spaces that happened throughout the game from what I do recall, but it's still interesting that it literally happened back-to-back times. And now we're doing a Bowser mini game, and it's Dark and Crispy that we're playing.
I think it's safe to say Bowser's probably the one Nintendo character that you would want at your Thanksgiving table.
Yeah, you said it, Mark, because we all know how evil Bowser is. Oh, darn it, he got me. In fact, he got all of us.
Oh
That was rough. So we all have to hand over 10 coins, but Peach and Wario don't even have 10 right here. But still, that's a little bit of a shame for us. At least we still have plenty of money with us here, so we can't be too worried on that. Anyways, looks like Balloon Burst is the next minigame we're playing. Alright, I'm with Donkey Kong on this. Got it! That was very nice. So, we literally get those 10 coins right back for what we had to give to Bowser. Okay, so Donkey Kong's gonna get himself a 7. Now it's time for him to see Bowser. And by the way, recently over on Mark's channel, he recently wrapped up the latest season of the Weekend Gamers, and some of you guys may know, I do happen to be a part of that show over there, so I do happen to say the latest season of the Weekend Gamers was a lot of fun.
That was.
Alright, so Donkey Kong gets double dice there, and now we go back to me. Alright, let's go ahead and bring out my mushroom here. Alright, 4, and we got a 5 in that mushroom for a total of 9. Alright, there's our second star, guys! And not only that, we're going down the slide again. Alright, 2 for Peach. So since I was saying that Mark recently wrapped up the latest season of the Weekend Gamers, a new season of that will basically get underway in January, so we can all enjoy the holidays coming up right here. So basically, for those of you who are subscribed to Mark's channel as well, hopefully you guys are looking forward to the next season of the Weekend Gamers around the start of next year. Alright, now we're playing Boulder Ball for our next minigame, and I'm the solo player for this. But let's see if we can try to prevent our opponents from reaching the top. Oh, that was a good move. Alright, we might have a shot on this. Oh boy, Wario's getting close. Okay, we just barely hit him. And we win! Let's go! How about that? Alright, we're heading to turn 10 now. Donkey Kong's using his double dice. He's going to get a 3 and a 4 for a total of 7. And he's also going to be getting his second star. Oh boy! Now Donkey Kong's going to be getting a hidden block. But it's only going to be 5 coins for him for what he gets. Alright, we get a 7. And a 10 coin bonus is coming my way. Oh boy, this time we lose coins on the red space, but we still have a lot of money with us. So it shouldn't be a problem. Alright, 2 for Peach. And she's going to put a small piranha in here. Alright, 1 for Wario. And it's time for another bonus mini game. And we're playing Puddle Paddle. Alright, we're getting paired up with Peach for this. Alright, so let's see how much coins we can get out there. Oh, let's try to turn around here for that coin bag. Okay, we got it. Oh! God dang it. That was ridiculous. Alright, we got 16 right there. And since it was a bonus mini game, we could basically double that. So we get a total of 32 coins. Not bad at all. Alright, we are past the halfway point now in the game, so let's see what happens on the next turn. And Donkey Kong is using the cursed dice block on Wario. Alright, 7. Oh, he's gonna get himself another cursed dice block. Alright, let's go ahead and see what happens with Donkey Kong on the Flower Lottery. And he is safe. Alright, now see what he gets on the lucky space. Double dice. Alright, what a reroll now. 4. That'll make us land on a lucky space. So let's see what we get here. 7 coins. It's kind of hoping for an item or a half off on the star right there.